Hi, I'm the Miserable Gamer and welcome back to ETS2. Now we're just taking a simple drive today. I wanted to break down to Romania. Now I'm going to get to East Romania and perhaps into Moldova. So the best job I've been able to find is empty pallets, just 25 tons. Nothing interesting, unfortunately. But it will take us down through from the eastern Poland, south through Slovakia to Hungary into southern Hungary, going from ZAMOSC to ZZEGED. ZZEGED? ZZEGED. 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 I've no idea. Anyway, so we set the GPS. Don't have to worry about that. We're still in the Volvo VNF at the moment. Right. Okay. So let's power up. Set the dash mode. Ah, so glitchy. There we go, that's what I want. Right, headlights on. It's just around the corner, so... now, are my axles up or down at the moment? Axle is now up, so I need to synchronise that. Right, let's start off. Oh, everything's out of sync at the moment. All my toggles are out of sync. It's going to be a right here, I'm guessing. The roads are quite small, really, aren't they? I love those active billboards. They're so cool. Yeah, I don't know if this truck is just extra large or what, but these roads do feel quite thin. I think this is a ProMods area. I can't remember whether this is part of the Going East pack or what. It starts getting very confusing, actually, what parts are ProMods and what parts are actual vanilla DLC, you know. I'm really not sure whether Poland is part of the rebuilding, isn't it? So yeah, so Poland, there was part of Poland which was SES. I'm not going to zigzag around like that. I'm going to go on to the next. Yeah, they did Poland, didn't they? And then there was the Poland rebuilding. Oh, is that roadworks there? Can I go this way? Oh, this is tight. Ah, that's why it's all cut off then. Right, okay. So it's obviously just a one-way through here at the moment. Oh god, it's going to be fun getting the truck out, getting the trailer out of here, isn't it? Ouch. Sorry. Just clipped that barrier there. What was I saying? Oh, wrong side of the road. Yeah, so it gets confusing as to what. So there was the Poland rebuilding, which was a separate downloadable map, which added more. And then Poland rebuilding was merged into ProMods, I believe. Where's the pickup? Oh, it's down the end there. Yeah, I think it was merged into ProMods, wasn't it? So then, yeah. So this is part SCS, part ProMods. Just to confuse things. Right, let's pick the trailer up. That's it. Oh, excuse me, nothing interesting, just some... Let's have the yellow. Oh, I think I remember this pickup. It's a bit of a nightmare getting in and out of here. Yeah, because the trailers are at that angle. And there's nowhere to turn around either. I can't remember if I've got advanced coupling on or off at the moment because this truck tends to struggle with that because it's quite high. Yeah, it's off at the moment. Let's try turning it on and just see what happens. And my last, I was doing an offline run, and I couldn't hook up to it. It was one of those Tex Rexes, I think. Shouldn't have any problem with the standard trailer here, though. If I can actually line up on it. Oh, fucking hell, I'm way up. Look at that. Awful, awful. That's better. Oh, I stalled it, I think. Yeah, stalled it. Right, so now I've got fun because there's no way have I got the turning circle to get out of there. Not, look at that, I'm hardly moving. Let's drop the rear axle so I've got a bit more manoeuvrability. See, look, my turning circle on this is just atrocious, it really is. Yeah, it's the problem with the long wheelbase trucks, plus I think it's this truck as well, just the turning circle is really bad. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to make that. Yeah, I can make that. Right. As I said, nothing heavy, nothing interesting, just a pleasant drive. How long have I got? Because I might find somewhere to sleep. I've got 22 hours left. And it's a 10-hour drive. Yeah, so I could have a nap somewhere. And then, yeah, I've got to get out for the bloody roadworks, haven't I? Shit. Yeah, I can have a nap somewhere and then get it in daylight. Or should I just leave it as it is? No, there's no traffic lights here. Now, what if somebody's coming the other way? Oh shit, that's tight. That is tight. Ow. Scrape my bloody fenders. That is tight. Now, where are we going now? Oh, shit, I think I mounted the curb a bit. I'm just going to go down to this wider junction rather than trying to squeeze. Was that a Ferrari there? Yeah, so 1.28 is now live. I'm not on 1.28 because I'm using ProMods, so I've had to stick my version at 1.27, otherwise, because ProMods for 1.28 is not out yet. it'd be nice to see them synchronize the versions like they've done with ETS and ATS. The version numbers are now the same. It would be nice if ProMods could do that as well. So say they go to 2.1.28 or something like that, and then do minors, or 2.28, something like that, whatever. But that would just be nice and easy to know which version of ETS works with what version of ProMods. Just bring everything in line. Now I've got my radio coming in through my ears, which you guys can't hear, unfortunately, because I would get copyright hits. That is working out lovely. I can actually just turn that up a little bit. No, I love driving to country's music, 90s country. Particularly, I love driving the ATS to the American country music. Yeah, so it's about 11 hours, 10 and 3/4 hour drive. So it's not a huge drive. I nearly did pick up a 70-hour drive. I think I'd have to split that down into a couple of... You arsehole. I think I'd have to split that down into a couple of... videos, to be honest. Because that would be a couple of hours drive, that would. Yeah, I don't know, because I've got Jazzy Cat and Penguin trailers installed, and I think it's causing some problems with some of the job generation, because where's the road going? Because I'm not seeing many of the vanilla heavy haul stuff, like the transformers and stuff like that. I'm seeing a load of tanks. I'm seeing a load of trains, but not much else. Yeah, so I've got a feeling that the trailer mods are stifling out the vanilla trailers. Speeding a little bit. Ugh, rough roads. Big holes in the roads, look at that. Oh my god. Slow right down, cut the speed right off. Jesus. Right, we've got a sleep point here. I'm going to pull in and have a nap. I've got the sleeping disabled, the fatigue disabled. But I'd just rather sort of be driving it during the day, to be honest. Where is it? Is it in there? It's not in there, is it? Where the hell is it? I don't know where it is. I can't. Oh, I couldn't see the sleep point. petrol station here, they might have one. Oh, Jesus, tight getting in there, isn't it? Ah, my turning circle screwed me up. No. Oh, scrape that. I'm guessing that's the sleep point down there. I'm guessing it's here. Oh, it's bloody raining. It had to be fucking raining, didn't it? How typical. So we swapped nighttime for rain. Great. I can't see a goddamn thing in the rain in this. Some wipers would help. Sorry, full beams on. God, the AI is such arsehole drivers. I've changed one of the key setups. I used to have the engine brake on a push to make, so basically you have to press the button for the engine brake to stay on. But I also noticed you can put it on a toggle, so you press it and it comes on, press it, it goes off, which I've now got because I was finding it hard if I was having to steer, because I have it on the steering wheel button, one of the steering wheel buttons, and I was finding it difficult to steer and have the and press the engine brake. So I thought, well, I'll put it on a toggle so I can just push the button, the engine brake stays on until I need to turn it off. But what I found is there's actually not, because it's quite a quiet engine brake. And there's absolutely no indication on the dashboard that it's actually coming on or not. And it's so quiet, if you don't press that button properly, you might not realise you've got it on. Now the engine brake won't activate while you're accelerating, but as soon as you take your foot off the accelerator, the engine brake's going to kick in, you're going to slow down. Obviously you'd feel it, you think, well, what's slowing me down? And you'd feel it and you'd turn it off. But it'd be nice if there was actually something on the dash, a light or something that actually came on to tell you that your engine brake was kicking in. Just a thought. this rain doesn't stay on all day. Got full on lightning at the moment. So those droplets on the window, they do look good, don't they? Oops. Eek! Ah! Bollocks. Sorry. There doesn't seem to be any damage to the... I didn't see any signs warning me that there was a traffic light junction coming up. Or did I just miss it? My mind was elsewhere. Yeah, so for those of you that enjoy trucking, the Ice Road Truckers season 11, I think it is about to start. If you can get it, if you can watch that sort of stuff. I think it's Discovery Channel. I think it's one of the Discovery Channel's babies. I'm quite lucky that I can get pretty much anything I want from around the world. I know sort of some people have to rely on terrestrial TV or English only, which I don't think. Eek! God, the brakes in this are a bit shot. See, right now I don't know whether my engine brake's on or not. Alright, so we've got 8 hours left to go. Yeah, I really must start paying more attention to the road signs and things like that. You automatically do it when you're actually driving in real life. But it seems different in the game. You don't notice things. I think because it's a flat image, maybe. I don't know. Speeding a little bit. Keep meaning to plug the Vive in and see how they've improved the playability of ETS2 on the Vive. The only problem is I need to be able to see my oh, we've got a roundabout coming up. I need to be able to see all my controls, you know. I don't think my engine brake's on because that was quite a... Yeah, I might have to send... Oh, it's crashing. Alright, so my game crashed coming up to this. I just got round this roundabout up here. So let's see what happens this time. No, it's just on the other side of the roundabout that crashed. Yep, seems alright this time. And I've totally forgotten what I was saying because I've just had to drive another couple of minutes just to get back to where we were. What was I saying? Oh, VR, yes. Because last time I tried VR, it was a little bit stuttery. But I have found a big guide to show you what settings you need to change. So I'd have to create a standalone version of ETS because I couldn't keep changing backs and forwards. Keep changing all those little settings. You have to go into the config file and XML files and sort of change stuff. It's like buffering and stuff like this, and stereoscopic something or other. And then you obviously got to optimize your graphic settings to match properly. So I'd have to create a standalone VR version, I think, to be able to handle that. But as I said, I like being able to see my controls, you know. I know because I've got a Vive. Ooh, speeding through the checkpoint. Sorry, guys. I know the Vive has the little camera that you can see through, but I'm not sure if you can map that to a button or something like that, which would so you could look at the dashboard, press the button, and see what button you need to press. You know, I mean, I can do most of it from feel. You know, the toggles are a bit difficult to remember which is which, especially because I'm going to build a second version of this now because they've got all the They've got the trailer axle lift, the diff locks and that sort of stuff, the cross locks. So I'd like to put in some more controls for those, particularly the diff lock. You know, I'd like to have the diff lock on the toggle. I think the rain is actually clearing. You arsehole. Yeah, it's getting brighter, I think. Just a slight drizzle now. Yeah, I might have to switch off the Jazzy Cat and Penguin trailers briefly, just so I can see what the vanilla trailers come back as. Yeah, see if the vanilla trailers start coming back. Sorry, I'm jumping all around conversations here. My mind's flitting from between lots of different things at the moment. Wish this rain would just wane. Who am I, Kripke? Wish this rain would just do one and just stop. I hate drizzle. That goes for real life as well. It's been such a wet summer. It's been awful. That rain is just giving up now. Definitely looks brighter up ahead. 6 hours to go. myself a new toy over the weekend. I like cooking, well, not as much as I used to, but I'm always looking for ways to improve. So I got myself a sous vide machine. Now, if you don't know what sous vide means, it is, sous vide basically means under vacuum, and basically I got myself a vacuum machine and a precision water heater circulator. Now what this basically means, for those that aren't familiar with sous vide, basically what it means is you create a water bath of a perfect temperature. But how does that change things? Basically, if you want to say, for example, chicken, that's the first thing I cooked this weekend was chicken. Say chicken cooks, chicken is safe to eat once you hit, once it hits, say, 63.9 degrees. Anything over that is cooked, but chicken is quite difficult because you tend to have to overcook it to ensure that it's cooked properly. But with the water circulator, precision water circulator, it heats the water to precisely 73.9. You stick the chicken breast in a vacuum sealed bag and plop it into the water. And what this means is that you cannot overcook it, because you leave it in the water for an hour and a half, and the chicken gets heated up to 73.9 degrees. Hang on, let me just get around this arsehole. Yeah, so the chicken is heated up to 73.9 degrees. You cannot overcook it because you can't put any more heat into it. It can only hit 73.9 degrees. So it means that you can actually leave it in there for up to 4 hours and it won't overcook, and it is so juicy. I tried chicken legs last night and I've never had chicken like it before. It was gorgeous. It was juicy. I need to change lanes. It was unbelievable. I'm going to try, next chicken I'm going to try will be chicken breast. Chicken breasts are notoriously difficult because they dry out so easily. But you get a properly cooked chicken breast and it is incredible. So that's what I'm going to try. But tomorrow night is my wife's anniversary, not our wedding anniversary, the anniversary of when we met. She likes to celebrate both wedding anniversaries and meeting anniversaries. And I've got a couple of sirloin steaks and I'm going to sous vide them, because apparently sous vide steaks are out of this world. The problem with regular cooking is you have a hot grill pan or whatever, and you pop the steak in the grill with your butter or whatever, and the outside overcooks, and once the inside is actually cooked to the temperature you want, the outside is overcooked. But with sous videing, you set it to your 53.5 degrees, whatever your desired meat temperature is, and again it will raise the meat to that temperature and it will stay there. And then what you can do is, obviously, because you're cooking in, I can turn my wipers off, can't I? Because you're cooking in water, you're obviously not getting any colour. Now a lot of people say, and I agree, colour is flavour. So then what you do is, there's what's called the finishing steps, and you take, so with the steaks, you snip it out of the bag and you throw it in a pan just for a minute, just to sear the outside. So you get a perfect sear in a really hot skillet. You get a perfect sear on it, and the internal temperature, because it's already cooked, so you're just adding colour to it. yes, you get this perfect temperatured steak with a perfect sear on it every single time. You can't go wrong with it. My only criticism of it is it's not very eco-friendly, because I mean the amount of plastic. I mean, I did 4 chicken legs for the family last night, so that's plastic bag. That's, I'd say, like a sandwich bag. 4 sandwich bags you're throwing away, and they're quite thick. Yes, that's four thick plastic bags you're throwing away for each for cooking. Well, I did 5 because I did some carrots in it as well, which were brilliant. The carrots, you had the strong flavour of a raw carrot, but in a cooked carrot. It was incredible. Yeah, I just finished those off. I just tossed them in a skillet with some guava syrup, because I'm diabetic, so I can't. I would previously just thrown some sugar in there and done that, but because I'm diabetic, I have to have stuff with low GI. So I have this guava syrup, which is made from agave, which is what tequila is made from. But you can't make tequila from agave syrup. People have tried, people have failed. Yeah. Now the other benefit of sous videing is you can, say you cook some carrots, you take them out of the water, you leave them in the vacuum bag under vacuum, put it in the fridge, and they can stay in there for up to a week. So you can pre-cook all the food, leave it in the fridge, and then it's just a matter of when you're ready to eat, you just snip it out of the bag, throw it in a pan, heat it through, bingo, your dinner's done, you know. Which is great for us, because I can, and my sous vide machine I can control on my mobile phone. It all does it through Wi-Fi. So while I'm up here working, I can have dinner cooking in the sous vide bath downstairs. And it's not like, oh shit, that's going to be cooked in a minute, I've got to run downstairs, because I can finish recording a video in my own time and go downstairs and whip it out of the bath, and it's perfectly fine, you know. Something like a chicken leg, you can cook, leave it in the fridge for up to 3 days under vacuum, because it's sealed. You know, there's no nasties, there's no air in there to actually, what air is inside the bag is sterilised because it's been cooked. So as long as you don't open the bag, it's fine. And as I said, when you're ready to cook, just snip the bag open, throw it in a pan, bang, dinner's done. So it's good. What I think is going to be good for is cooking, sort of 3 days worth of food in one go. Now the only problem with it is because each vegetables have to be cooked at a high temperature, chicken at a medium high temperature, beef at a low temperature, depending on your taste. So you can't throw a load of stuff in one. There is a guy on a website who's trying to unlock the secret of a 1 bag sous vide meal. So you just basically throw everything in 1 bag, but he's had mixed results because certain things take certain length of time. It's really a 1 item at a time thing, and that's the only drawback with it. So it's like yesterday I had to cook the carrots, which took half an hour. I will actually do them for 45 minutes next time, I think. But you have to cook the carrots and then you cook the chicken. So if you've got lots of things you want to sous vide, it takes some time. So there's where the benefit is of cooking stuff in advance. I've also found a sausage recipe. You basically take some pre-made sausages, but you throw them in a vacuum bag with a splash of beer, and you basically cook them. It's like broiling, I suppose. Not broiling. It's like I can't remember the term for boiling. No, I can't remember the term for it. Basically, so you're just going to cook them in the bag with the beer. The beer is going to saturate the sausage because it's all under vacuum, so it's going to permeate that sausage. And then you're going to take them out of the bag and then throw them in a frying pan and brown them off for a couple of minutes. Oh, they are going to be fantastic. I'm going to try those. I'm doing a load of cooking tomorrow because kids are at home with me tomorrow, so I'm going to do a load of cooking tomorrow. I'm doing the steaks. Boys are having hamburgers, so I'm gonna sous vide the hamburger, which you can do as well, and then just finish it off in the skillet pan. Yeah, and when we got steak as well, steak with some asparagus I'm doing in the sous vide as well, with some roasted new potatoes and a pork reduction sauce. It's gonna be lovely. Yeah, but I'm going to do, because I've got some sausages in the freezer which need using up, so I'm going to try the beer sausages as well tomorrow. Just have a day of it. Yeah, so yeah, it's not cheap to set up. I mean, I got the Anova sous vide machine, which was about 150 quid for the Wi-Fi version. Vacuum machine was about another 40 quid, and then another 20 quid for bags, but I got like 24 meters of bags of varying sizes. Right, I'm just going to check. We got 3.5 hours left on our journey, and we've got 5.5 hours left on the clock, so that's fine. Keep in my lane. Yeah, so I will talk about this again at some point. I'll come back and I'll let you know how the different meals have turned out. One thing I'm really looking forward to trying is pork chop, because I love pork chops, but they are incredibly difficult to cook properly. You can actually eat pork medium, so it's ever so slightly pink. You can eat it like that. Now with chicken cooks at around 73 degrees. That's the temperature it needs to be thorough when it's cooked. French will eat it at 63 degrees. Now with the sous vide machine, you can actually pasteurize the chicken. So you can actually eat a medium rare chicken breast. But what you have to do is you have to raise it to a certain temperature and hold it at that temperature, and that's pasteurization basically. It's not cooking, it is holding at a precise temperature, which the Anova can do. So you can actually eat medium rare chicken. Not sure if I'd want to try that, to be honest. It'd be interesting. It's probably delicious. Yeah, the pork chops, again, as I said, notoriously difficult, because you want to make sure that they're at the temperature, but a couple of minutes over and they can be dry and horrible. I mean, I've got memories of pork chops as kids. Oh, awful things. But with the sous vide, you're going to get a perfect temperature. And you've got more confidence in what you're cooking, because if you're not very confident with cooking, particularly if you're going to cook something like chicken, and in the back of your mind you're paranoid about it not being cooked properly. You know, oh, is this cooked? Is this done? You know, and that's why most people overcook chicken. But with this, you leave it for an hour and a half. You know it's done. It can't not be done. If the water is at that temperature and it's been in for a certain amount of time, it's got to be done. You know, it cannot not be done. I think, because I mean, sous vide machines used to be thousands of pounds. You know, out of the reach. They used to be for high class dining, you know, sort of sophisticated restaurants. They would cook with sous vide, and it was out of reach of. I've got to come over. Sorry, guys. It was out of the reach, but now all these machines are coming down in price. You know, they used to be thousands of pounds. Now they're just a couple of hundred. Excuse me. So it's becoming within the reach of the masses, and it will redefine the way people cook because it's easy. So my only criticism with it is it's a bit of a faff setting it up, you know, and it takes a long time for the water to come up to temperature if you rely on the heater alone. I was using hot water from the tap straight from the boiler, which again is absolutely fine because the food is not actually in contact with the water, so you don't have to worry about is the water safe to cook in, because it doesn't matter, you know. You really only have to worry about that if you've got a hot water cylinder like an immersion heater. You shouldn't consume or use for cooking that water. Water from a combination boiler is perfectly okay because it's instantly heated up. It's just cold water. Hot water from a storage, you got the chance of Legionella because the water comes from a stored water source and it's not heated up to a temperature to kill any bacteria from the standing water, because it comes from a header tank. So you've got to be careful with that. But obviously with the sous vide machine, because you're cooking in the plastic bag, so and the plastic bags are all BPA free, so they're perfectly food safe. So you can't fill up from the hot water tap. That saves a lot of time because it took about an hour to get it up to the temperature. I needed 90 degrees to cook the carrots, and it took about an hour to bring it up to that temperature. Next time I'm going to just heat from the hot tap, I think. Okay, we've got a right hand turn coming up. About 2 hours out now. So you can hear that? That's off. This is my engine brake. That's off. That's on. Off. On. Very, very subtle. Yeah, I kind of wish that was a little bit louder. So I love it in ATS when I'm driving my Kenny, because that's all noise and grunt and everything. You know, you can definitely hear the engine brake when you've got that on. ZZEGED is showing up on the signs. It's a couple of hours out now. Oh, I've got Amazon Prime membership. I love Amazon Prime. I was able to order the sous vide machine, everything I needed. I ordered it on Saturday, and helicopter. Yeah, I ordered it on Saturday, and it was delivered on Sunday. Absolutely incredible, for free. Yeah, it didn't cost me anything extra. I mean, just in that one order alone, that's paid for my monthly membership. So anything else I order this month, you know, I'm actually saving a lot of money, because with the delivery and stuff. Yeah, I cannot praise Amazon Prime enough. It's incredible. They are fast becoming the one-stop shop for shopping. You know, they've got pretty much everything. The only thing I don't like is the top-up orders, where you want to buy something but you can only order it if you order sort of 20 quid's worth of other stuff as well. Then you can order this other item. It's called a top-up item. Yeah, don't like those. is he suddenly braking then? Sorry, just want to grab a quick screenshot. Yeah, I got a feeling I might upgrade my truck soon, get something new, look for a new mod that's out, something interesting. I might try the DAF, because I got the DAF DAF XF DLC, which I haven't got yet. But I'm not going to get that, it's probably for 1.28. So I can't get that until I get ProMods, until ProMods is released, so I can upgrade to 1.28. Alright, so we've got a right hand turn coming up, which is going to take us into our final destination. I do hate these very, very tight ramps. You see that flick then, the light change? It's like it moved from sort of daytime to dusk. There was a definite sudden change in it was just an ever so like slight millisecond stutter. Alright, so we're coming into SZEGED. Yeah, no, delivery soon. I've still got about 2 hours on the clock for that. Yep, sorry, Mr. Coach. Yep, frame rate. Frame rate. What's killing my frame rate? Alright, where do we need it? That's fine, I can do that. Now, I'm hoping they bring out Euro Truck Coach Simulator, because that would be excellent, you know. And it wouldn't be difficult for them, really. You know, they've got all the map assets, so they could just base it on the maps that they've got out, and even ProMods would work, you know. Right. Take that back, straighten that up a bit. There we go, bingo. Excellent. Oh, so close. Nearly at 31. Right, have we got a garage down here that we could buy? Yeah, there is. Let's go around and buy that garage. Crappy turning circle. Yep, by the garage. Alright, so that's fully upgraded. So that'll allow me to get some fuel from there on the way out. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying that. It's just a simple drive. If you have enjoyed that, please hit the like and subscribe button. It means a huge amount to me. And enable notifications with a little bell icon to make sure you get informed new videos that I pull out. And you can find me on Twitter. I'm at miserable_gamer, and I'm on Facebook, which is /miserablegamer, all one word. And leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. How's my driving? You know, is this enjoyable for you, or is ETS and ATS our dead horse? Or just say hi. It'd be great to hear from you. So thanks again for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.